12 shocking royal scandals involving staff and servants. For centuries, royal staff and servants have borne witness to the British monarchy's most private and perilous moments. They're privy to the royals' closest relationships, fiercest feuds, and most shocking misdeeds that remain hidden from the public eye. While pledged to discretion, many employees, valets, butlers, and attendants have been unable to resist spilling royal secrets, either for profit or revenge. Their accounts have fueled major scandals that expose the Windsor family's hypocrisies and vulnerabilities, often with chaotic results. From treasonous theft to steamy affairs, bullying allegations to murder mysteries, startling crimes to illicit affairs, palace staffers have sparked some of the monarchy's greatest modern controversies. Number 1. Paul Burls' trial, 2002. One of the most dramatic royal staff scandals involved Paul Burrell, who had served as Princess Diana's butler for over a decade. In 2002, Burrell was accused of stealing 342 items belonging to members of the royal family, including King Charles, Princess Diana, and Prince William. The stolen goods were valued at over £5 million and included personal letters, photographs, and rare collectibles that gave an intimate glimpse into royal life. Burrell denied the charges and claimed he was keeping the items safe for William and Harry per Princess Diana's wishes. As the trial unfolded, it emerged that Burrell had smuggled many of the items out of the royal residences in the dead of night. The prosecution provided evidence that Burrell had repeatedly lied to the police about taking the objects. When it seemed certain Burrell would be convicted, the trial took a sudden, dramatic turn. Queen Elizabeth revealed that she remembered a conversation with Burrell in which he claimed Princess Diana had allowed him to take her possessions for safekeeping. Though the Queen did not volunteer this critical information earlier, her 11th-hour testimony led to Burrell's acquittal. Number 2. Sarah Goodalls' affair with King Charles, 1990s. In 1995, an assistant to King Charles named Sarah Goodall came forward claiming she had an affair with the king from 1990 to 1993. Goodall had worked as Charles' secretary and assistant during his separation from Princess Diana. She detailed their secret relationship in a tell-all memoir, publicly stating that she felt seduced by the future king even though he was still married to Princess Diana. According to Goodall's book, the affair started innocently before quickly becoming intimate. She described being summoned to Charles' bedroom when he traveled, sneaking around with him behind closed doors, and caving to his emotional manipulation during a vulnerable time. Charles and Princess Diana were still legally married during the alleged affair, which came as another crushing blow amid their very public crumbling union. Goodall maintained she ended things in 1993 once it was clear Charles would not leave Princess Diana. The palace refused to comment on her claims, though Charles faced heavy criticism over breaching his marriage vows, while the world sympathized with Princess Diana. Number 3. Michael Faucet's resignations. As King Charles' closest aide and advisor for decades, Michael Faucet frequently found himself embroiled in scandal and allegations of misconduct. He initially resigned from his prestigious role as Charles' valet in 1998 after being accused of selling off many of Charles' gifts and pocketing a percentage of the proceeds. However, Charles continued to employ Faucet in other high-ranking positions within his household. Then, in 2021, new allegations surfaced claiming Faucet had promised to secure a British honor and citizenship for a Saudi businessman who donated generously to the Prince's Foundation charity. An independent investigation found evidence of Faucet's extensive communications and coordination with fixers to make the honors arrangements in exchange for the donor's money. While Charles himself denied any knowledge of the scheme, Faucet resigned once again from his role as chief executive of Charles' Foundation. Despite the repeated resignations over improprieties, Faucet remains a key figure in Charles' inner circle to this day. Number 4. Jane Andrews' conviction, 2001. One of the most shocking scandals involved Jane Andrews, who had served as Sarah Ferguson's dresser and stylist for 9 years. Andrews helped the Duchess create her famously bold wardrobe in the 1990s. But in 2000, Andrews viciously murdered her boyfriend, wealthy businessman Tom Cressman, fearing he would end their relationship. Andrew stabbed Cressman to death in a violent confrontation inside his home before fleeing the bloody scene. She evaded authorities for 4 days but was ultimately apprehended and charged. Andrews claimed Cressman had assaulted her first and she killed him in self-defense, but evidence showed her attack was premeditated and unprovoked. Andrews was found guilty of murder and sentenced to life in prison in 2001. During her sensational trial, it was revealed she had grown obsessed with status and luxury while working at the glamorous setting of the royal household. Andrews' tragic case highlighted the intense stress faced by some staffers struggling to re-enter normal life after their royal service ended. Number 5. Michael Gibbons' claims about Princess Diana and Dodi, 2004. In 2004, Princess Diana's former private secretary Michael Gibbons came forward to contradict the widely accepted belief that Princess Diana and her boyfriend Dodi Fayed were deeply in love when they died in a Paris car crash in 1997. Gibbons had worked closely with Princess Diana and claimed that a romance with the son of Harrods owner Mohammed Al Fayed was not serious. According to Gibbons, Princess Diana was enjoying a fun, carefree vacation relationship and getting back at the royal family amid her bitter divorce from Charles. Mohammed Al Fayed had always insisted Princess Diana and Dodi were going to get married and start a family before their deaths. But Gibbons maintained Princess Diana never mentioned any marriage plans with Dodi and was not committed to him. Gibbons said she viewed the relationship as a way to make Charles jealous and vent her unhappiness with royal life. His statements challenged the image of Princess Diana's perfect romantic finale and showed how staff accounts shaped her legacy. Number 6. Simon Salari's theft, 2001. In 2001, Simon Salari, a butler trusted by the Queen Mother, was convicted of stealing valuable paintings from her vast art collection over several years. Salari took advantage of an antiquated inventory system to sneak works by artistic masters like Thomas Gainsborough, John Constable, and Benjamin West out of the Queen Mother's royal residences. He made over £5 million by discreetly selling the stolen paintings through auction houses. Salari's long-running art theft scheme revealed major flaws in how the royal art collection was managed and overseen. It also represented the ultimate insider betrayal, as Salari had helped care for the Queen Mother's priceless possessions for years before abusing his access and knowledge. The case highlighted the unlimited access of favored staffers and problems monitoring the sprawling royal estates. Salari was sentenced to 5 years in prison for his years-long deception and theft from one of Britain's most renowned art collections. Number 7. Alexandra Tiggy Leg Burke's rumors with King Charles, 1990s. In 1993, Charles hired Alexandra Tiggy Leg Burke as a young, fun personal assistant to help care for Prince William and Harry as his marriage to Princess Diana collapsed. However, attractive Tiggy soon found herself at the center of vicious rumors that she was having an affair with Charles. Tiggy's cute nickname for Charles and physical closeness fueled media speculation that the prince's new aide was his mistress. Things worsened when Princess Diana publicly voiced suspicions in 1995 about the nature of Tiggy and Charles' relationship, pointedly referring to her as a young lady enjoying admiration from her husband. Tiggy threatened legal action over the damaging hearsay. The Queen herself demanded a public statement from Princess Diana retracting her words. While Tiggy helped the young princess through the divorce, the gossip underscored the competitiveness brewing among Charles and Princess Diana's staff and the scrutiny Charles faced. Despite lingering rumors, Tiggy remained in the prince's lives for years after Princess Diana's passing. Number 8. Helen Smiths' dismissal, 2008. After 5 years of working as a housekeeper for King Charles and his second wife Camilla, Helen Smith was suddenly dismissed from Clarence House in 2008. Palace sources claimed Smith was let go for becoming overly friendly and familiar with Charles and Camilla, even sometimes calling them unofficial nicknames. Reports spread that Smith's warm, informal treatment of the couple verged into inappropriate over-familiarity that crossed traditional staff royal boundaries. As a personally chosen member of their small inner household, Smith helped manage Charles and Camilla's daily lives and homes. Her abrupt, unexplained departure fueled speculation that the housekeeper failed to observe proper discretion and respect demanded of royal staff, despite growing close to the couple. Clarence House offered no comment on her firing, but the rumors underscored how Charles and Camilla expected strict employee professionalism, even favored ones. Number 9. Barbar Barnes, Prince William and Prince Harry's nanny. As Prince William and Prince Harry's beloved longtime nanny, Barbar Barnes played an integral role in caring for the young royals during their formative years in the 1980s and 90s. She provided comfort, support, and stability as the young princes dealt with the incredible stress of their parents' bitter and public split. Barnes served as the brothers' trusted confidant and companion, practically helping raise them alongside Princess Diana while Charles was often away. She would join them on holidays, help them adjust after their separation, and just try to distract them from the ensuing media circus surrounding the royal divorce. According to many accounts, Princess Diana grew increasingly jealous and suspicious of Barnes, believing the nanny had usurped her position and developed an inappropriately maternal relationship with William and Harry. Princess Diana reportedly felt Barnes had become the central, beloved mother figure in the boys' lives, replacing her in their affections. Some sources said that the paranoid Princess Diana convinced herself Barnes was overstepping her role and trying to turn the princes against both parents. While no evidence supports this, Princess Diana allegedly saw the nanny's deep bond with her sons as a threat. Without warning, Princess Diana abruptly dismissed Barnes from her post, cutting her out of the boys' lives in an instant. While the devoted nanny stayed graciously silent on her dismissal, William later warmly described her as a comforting, loving figure he counted on amid his parents' bitter divorce and global scrutiny. Number 10. George Smith's rape allegation, 2003. Footman George Smith first worked in the royal household in the 1980s, before being promoted to King Charles' valet in 1995. However, in 2003, he stunned the public by claiming he was raped by another male staff member during his earlier service at the palace. Smith said the assault was part of a larger culture of rampant rape, bullying, and abuse among the royal staff. Smith aired his troubling allegations repeatedly on television and in print media interviews. He also asserted Princess Diana knew of the toxic climate of abuse but did nothing to intervene. The claims kicked off the royal baccarat scandal, named after the controversial card game Charles reportedly used to relax with staff. Just days later, the allegations were anonymously withdrawn, and no charges were ever brought. But the damaging scandal painted an ugly portrait of the royal household. It also raised questions about why Smith, now a butler to Charles himself, only came forward years after the alleged assault. Number 11. Richard Kay's relationship with Princess Diana, 1990s. As one of Princess Diana's closest friends and confidants, Daily Mail journalist Richard Kay frequently covered her in the 1990s amid her separation from Charles. But persistent rumors dogged Kay that he was more than just a newspaper contact. He was also Princess Diana's secret lover. Some speculated Kay and Princess Diana had a romantic relationship, particularly in the late 1990s, when her marriage was falling apart. Princess Diana often secretly contacted Kay and provided him with exclusive royal scoops. Kay always maintained they had a strictly professional bond, but their close emotional connection fueled affair gossip. Many believed Kay gave unwaveringly sympathetic treatment to Princess Diana in his reporting because of their intimate friendship. While Kay denied crossing any lines, the rumors highlighted how Princess Diana turned to favored members of the press to craft her public image and share her side of the divorce. Number 12. Kensington Palace bullying allegations, 2021. Just before her bombshell Oprah interview, Meghan Markle faced bullying allegations from Kensington Palace staff in 2021. The claims accused her of inflicting emotional cruelty on aides and driving two personal assistants out of the household through her demanding, demeaning treatment. Several former staff members described Meghan publicly humiliating workers, sending them into tears with her aggressive demands, and disrespecting boundaries. Some said they were left visibly shaking and terrified by her behavior. One aide claimed a confrontation with Meghan left her suicidal. Meghan staunchly denied the allegations and suggested they were part of a calculated smear campaign by the palace ahead of her tell-all. Regardless, the reports severely damaged her reputation and portrayed Meghan as a toxic, abusive employer during her short royal tenure, a stark contrast to her public feminist persona. The allegations highlighted deep rifts between the Duchess and the palace's old guards. From stealing priceless royal artifacts to leaking damaging secrets, employees have profoundly impacted the monarchy's image and inner dynamics. These incidents remind us that the polished royal world we see is just the tip of the iceberg. Behind closed doors, it's a realm of power struggles, betrayals, and toxic workplace culture like any other. No matter how tight-lipped they may seem, staffers remain wildcards who can bring down the royals when they break ranks. Thanks for watching this breakdown of royal staff scandals. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share. I'd also love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which royal staff scandal shocked you the most? Let me know. Don't forget to subscribe to stay tuned for more dramatic royal content. Until next time, thanks for watching.